friends, I have been getting a lot of requests to make another video on TTML. People are very concerned after that big sell-off on Friday, last 45 minutes. I made many videos on TTML, and I've mentioned that there is not something to be so concerned in this stock. It's a good long-term story. There are many things which can go in favor. Short-term movements will always be dictated by some personal interests of many groups. So they may jack it up, they may bring it down. On the whole, it's a good long-term story and you should stay invested. Having said that, please use your own discretion, do your own homework. It's your very hard-earned money. So I'm not here to influence anybody, but since many have requested me, I'll give you my views. I've kept on giving my views also in my Telegram groups, Premium Plus. Those who would like to know more can WhatsApp me on 9820861044. Coming to TTML, many things are going in favor. Firstly, the government is trying to allocate spectrum to many of the tech companies. So they do not have to go through the telecom company route. They can get a lot of this. And this is the stand which Ashwini ji, the telecom person, has taken. And Ashwini Kumar has taken and expected to really have a great impact, because there are a lot of tech companies who want to purchase this spectrum directly from the government, okay, and put it to their own use. Adani Group may have bought and bid for the spectrum, but they also, as of now, they want to use it for their personal use. They have just created a provision for the future. That's another thing, that somewhere I think they may also enter into the consumer space. This is my personal understanding, but that's for much later. Coming back to TTML, see, so once they get this spectrum allocation, the whole game will start changing. They are the leaders in cloud computing, and you can use that very effectively. The 5G technology works very well in cloud computing in the SME space that TTML is in. So this can be extremely beneficial, okay, and it will enhance the value addition nature of the services of TTML. So this all you cannot imagine a game where Tatas are not involved. So you cannot imagine that there will be 5G space where only the Ambanis, the Bharti Airtels, the Airtels and the Adanis to the extent that they have bid, and the Tatas will stay out completely without even a murmur. That's not possible. I'm sure there is a leaning. TCS is one of the foremost IT companies, and in the SME space, TTML is going to make a space. You cannot expect that Tatas have invested 29,000 crores in a company and just make the water go down the drain. They have a game plan and they're going to go ahead with it. They're not just going to sink the money. Is there anybody in the world who would just sink the money and go to sleep? Not at all possible. The deferment of the AGR dues is also going to come to good stead for the Tatas. You will find that all this is going to translate into much of the interest costs that TTML is bearing till now going away from their profit and loss account, and it is very possible that Tata Sons may even take over some of the debt and pay it on their own, just to make this a debt-free company, increase the valuation, and then get more foreign players to participate in the company, because they need all this expertise to be able to enhance their services. It will also help in getting a better value for the company, and the promoters to get a better value for all this 29,000 plus crores that they have invested. So they will also want a better. It's in their interest as well. I'm sure that you understand all this. there may be people on money control and all who are writing negative comments, but then these are all operators moving in different places. Please do be very, very cautious. I'm always known for my honest comments, and that's why I was hesitating to make a video on TTML, but since many insisted, I have done it. Now, one very good interesting thing that you should note is that Tata Play is coming out with its IPO as well, and it's a good one. I mean, if you look at the amount, that's like $400 million is what is being talked about. That's a pretty huge amount. Tata Play is going to focus on OTT in addition to all the services direct to home that it is already in. All this requires a huge network and storage cloud infrastructure. All this is going to be, this is very much in the ambit of TTML. I do understand that it is restricted to some space and some states, yet from there they can get so much of the spectrum, the cloud infrastructure, that it can be immensely helpful to Tata Play. Now, once it comes out with its IPO, it can use the funds to get more of this cloud infrastructure, the network, and all this which falls under the TTML can come to Tata Play for this, and eventually will benefit both the companies. Okay, so and OTT is the name of the game today. You can, at demand, you not only have the Netflix, you have the Disney Hotstar already in play, but there will be many more programs. Whenever you want, you just sit and watch. All this requires storage, this requires infrastructure, network. All this falls within the domain of TTML and can stand to gain immensely. So do not be so perturbed. A movement of 45 minutes on Friday itself does not take away the long-term story of TTML. It stands very much intact. You should gain. There will be short-term aberrations, both upside, downside. I am cautioning you. It is here to stay. And if you are too concerned about short-term variations, then it's difficult. But as a story, there is so much of merit here. Even logically, even as a just pure logic, if you use, you cannot imagine a company, somebody as professionally managed as Tata Sons sinking so much of money and expecting nothing in return. They will want to bail out at some stage as well, right? To get dividends, to get a return on their capital. They may want to sell some stake to somebody else. Like, even if you see Tata Play, it has moved from 20th Century Fox. It went to Singapore's Temasek. So they keep changing hands. And now also they want Tata Capital and others to sell off some of their stakes so they can put that money into good use elsewhere, in other plays of the Tata Group. Okay, so they will want value addition. They will not want to sink the company. Even logically, you should come to realize that. So on the whole, this is my suggestion. As I've explained, and I'm known for my honesty. Please do your own homework also. This is not going to be a stock which will be one way to the moon. There will be ups and downs. There will be some vested interests and power groups who will move both ways. On the whole, the long-term story is very much intact. Do not be so perturbed. And yes, always feel free to get in touch with us. I've given you my number 9820861044. तो भाई और बहनों, ये TTML एक लॉन्ग टर्म स्टोरी है, और जो बैकबोन है, बहुत सारी सर्विसेज जो SME सेक्टर, स्मॉल मीडियम एंटरप्राइज सेक्टर का, वो TTML प्रोवाइड करता है, एक लीडर है. और भारत सरकार का ये इंटेंशन है कि अभी काफ़ी कुछ जो IT कंपनीज़ हैं उनको 5G स्पेक्ट्रम डायरेक्टली एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली दिया जाए. तो ये सब आ जाता है तो अच्छा रहेगा. TTML को ये सब अनाउंसमेंट्स बाकी हैं, लेकिन आने की संभावना है. खुद का भी विश्लेषण जरूर करिए अपने कीमती पैसे बनाने से पहले, ये मैं फिर से रिपीट करता हूँ. और TTML एक अच्छा ग्रोथ स्टोरी है. अब दूसरे भी स्टॉक्स हैं, लेकिन ये इसका कुछ अपना मेरिट है. दूसरी बात है कि टाटा प्ले का भी एक IPO आना है. रेड हेरिंग प्रोस्पेक्टस एक्सपेक्टेड है एंड ऑफ द मंथ तक दाखिल किया जाएगा। और इसके लिए OTT जो है वो बहुत एक स्पेसिफिक एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है टाटा प्ले के लिए, जिसके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा नेटवर्क और क्लाउड स्टोरेज इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर की ज़रूरत पड़ेगी। वो TTML के पास है। पूरा नहीं होगा भारत का, लेकिन कुछ स्टेट्स में जो क्रूशल है वहाँ उनको मिल जाएगा। बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो हेल्पफुल रहेंगी TTML के लिए। और ये 5G का जो स्पेक्ट्रम है, अगर उनको एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली मिल जाता है तो ये SME सेक्टर के लिए भी हेल्पफुल रहेगा। वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट आएंगे, गिराएंगे, फिर बढ़ाएंगे, ऑपरेटर्स मनी कंट्रोल में खड़े हो जाएंगे। हाँ, और लोग डर जाएंगे, आपसे बिकवाएंगे नहीं, आपको डराएंगे नहीं, तो आप शेयर्स अपने निकाल के उनको दोगे कैसे? और दो देंगे नहीं तो वो पैसे बनाएंगे कैसे? ठीक है, तो बहुत सारी बातें हैं, लेकिन एक ही स्मूथ राइड होगा ये मुझे नहीं लगता। ये कुछ अप्स एंड डाउन्स अपनी करते रहेंगे।